When should you check your blood sugar? This one timing changes everything. Have you been testing your blood sugar every day, but still feel tired, dizzy, or confused about your results? Here's the truth. Most people test at the wrong time, and it gives them the wrong answers. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to check and why it could save your health. I still remember the day Anna, a 57-year-old teacher, came to her doctor confused. "I test every morning," she said, "but my sugar looks fine, yet I feel awful after lunch." Her mistake? She was only testing fasting glucose. Her spikes were happening right after meals, and no one told her that's where the danger was hiding. Let's break it down simply. Your blood sugar is dynamic. It moves with your meals, your sleep, your stress, even your movement. That's why smart monitoring doesn't just mean checking once a day. It means checking at the right times so you can catch the highs, the lows, and the hidden patterns before they become dangerous. Here are the 4 key times that give you a complete picture. 1. Fasting. Right after waking up, this shows how your body manages glucose overnight, especially your liver. If it's too high, it might be a sign of the dawn phenomenon or insulin resistance. 2. Before meals. This tells you your true baseline, what your body looks like before food interferes. Great for spotting trends and preparing your meal plan. 3. 1 to 2 hours after meals, postprandial. This is where most damage happens. If your sugar spikes too high here, it stresses your blood vessels and increases your risk of heart disease, kidney damage, and brain fog. 4. Before bed, a quiet danger zone. Testing here shows if you're heading into a low, hypoglycemia, or an unrecognized high during sleep. It can protect you from restless nights or even emergencies. Each timing gives you a unique clue. When you put them together, it's like finally seeing the whole puzzle and realizing where you've been missing the danger signs. Here's the real problem. Most people only test their fasting glucose once, right after they wake up. But that's like checking the weather at 7 a.m. and assuming it'll be sunny all day. You miss the storms. You miss the sudden spikes after meals. You miss the dangerous dips while you sleep. And that's when complications creep in, even when you think everything is okay. Heart attacks. Vision loss. Brain fog that feels like early dementia. It often starts with unseen spikes and a meter that wasn't used at the right time. But here's the good news. You don't need to test 10 times a day or live in fear. With just a few strategic checks each week, you can uncover hidden patterns, take back control, and finally feel in charge of your health. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to use these times practically, whether you're on insulin, managing with diet, or just starting out. Stick around, this is where everything starts to make sense. So now you know when to test, but let's make it even more powerful. Because knowing how often and at what moments in your journey can mean the difference between struggling with symptoms or living with confidence. Whether you're on medication, newly diagnosed, or just trying to eat better, this part is for you. Let me introduce you to Paul. He's 62, recently diagnosed, and trying to manage with diet and walking. At first, he only checked his blood sugar in the mornings. "It's always fine," he said, but after lunch he kept feeling tired, foggy, irritable. That's when his educator said, "Let's do a sugar profile week. Test at 4 key times each day for 7 days. What they found shocked him. His sandwich lunches were pushing him over 250 mg every day, and he had no idea. Once he made a few smart changes, the spikes vanished, and so did the fatigue. Here's what doctors and certified diabetes educators actually recommend. If you're on insulin or medications, timing is everything. Test before meals to make sure you're not going too low. Test 2 hours after meals to see how your body responds and adjust your insulin safely. This helps prevent dangerous highs and lows. If you're managing with diet and exercise, you still need to spot trends. Test fasting right after waking up. Test post-meal 1 to 2 hours after your largest meal. Do this 2-3 times a week to see how food and activity are affecting your control. If you're newly diagnosed or unsure what's happening, it's time for a sugar profile week. For 5 to 7 days, test at these 4 times. Right after waking up, fasting, before lunch, 2 hours after lunch, before bed. This gives you a full picture of how your glucose moves throughout the day, so you're not just reacting blindly. Let's go back to Anna, the teacher we met earlier. She thought oatmeal was a healthy breakfast, until she tested 2 hours later and saw her glucose hit 220 milligrams per deciliter. She felt tired, shaky, even guilty, thinking it was just her body breaking down. But when she switched to eggs and spinach, her post-meal glucose stayed under 130 milligrams per deciliter, and the difference in how she felt was night and day. If Anna hadn't measured after eating, she would never have known that oatmeal wasn't for her. Anna's story teaches you, don't guess, use your own body data to eat and live smarter. A seemingly healthy dish can leave you feeling tired, while a simple dish can give you vitality and control. No more crashes, no more confusion, just clear energy and real control. She's no longer guessing, and you don't have to either. But here's the next big question. What do your blood sugar numbers actually mean? Is 140 okay? Is 90 too low? And when should you be worried? In the next video, we'll break down what's normal, what's risky, and what's optimal, so you know exactly where you stand and what to do next. Hit subscribe, and let's keep building your health knowledge together.